At VRA Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at VRA Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. VRA Finance. We are the future of crypto.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of VRA Live. And man, the FUD out there, the misinformation, the clowns that claim to be hexicans and pulsicans out there. Man, it's getting to the point where we need like a shakeup. We need like an accountability button or like a new 3-strike rule or something, because what's going on is insane. What's being built right now. And to see no mention of it when these guys are talking to BitBoy, no mention of DeFi 2.0, these crazy new liquidity pairs, ways of holding price floors without any human interaction. So much to talk about, but where is it? I don't see any of it. This shit blows my mind, guys. Someday we'll be shilled properly. But for now, Pendle. I was listening to an Arthur Hayes interview today, and he's super bullish on Pendle long term. And then Athena, another one coming across the radar. I stayed away from Maple, from Pendle, from a couple of these other Ondos because the market caps were so big. But looking at where this market's going, $1 billion market cap, even though it seems big now, it's going to be pennies in a couple years. And I kind of imagine Ondo, Pendle, Athena, and these front runners for the stable coins, real world assets, they're going to survive. So I think I'm going to pull the trigger on those three: Pendle and Ondo first, and then, Athena and Ondo first, and then Pendle probably third. But those are a couple real world asset plays that came across the radar the last couple days. Let's check out the favorites: Nakamoto and Hex. Zen making a couple moves. I saw PZen was pumping like 25%. So for all of us that minted our Zen FTs in the bear market when there was nothing going on, well, the fruits of our labor are here. Majority of mine don't start till May, but I got a couple on Matic, a couple on PulseChain. The optimism ones, though, those are the most valuable by far. I think they're like $8 a piece, around there, and they were under 40 cents to mint. So each one of them is over a 30x, almost a 30x. So little wins, guys. You stack little wins. Corey them up a little bit, but not much going on, guys. We need Bitcoin to pump up above 70. I think we're going down one more leg. I'd love to be wrong, but until we pop up to 70 and hold there, I'm not comfortable. So let's check our babies in the ecosystem, guys. We're so close. We're man, like the stuff that, if this comes to fruition, this PDI and a whole decentralized bank that Maria's trying to build, guys, PulseChain is going to be where all the money flows to. All of DeFi money will flow and end on PulseChain, where it's looking like we are going to be where all the value accrues. And that is so bullish. People that got shaken out, I feel bad for them. I mean, this is what Richard does. He rewards his true believers. I realized that early on in Hex when I first got in. It was true all last cycle, and I can't imagine Richard now is going to just change his ways. He wants to make as many people wealthy as he can, but he can't just come out and say, hey guys, do this and you'll be rich. Hey guys, just do this and that and you'll all be set. He has to do it cryptically. He has to do it strategically. And it's a shame Man, I need to get Oliver Anthony out here to come sing his song. It's a shame that the Hex influencers can't see what the hell's going on. That they can't shill the proper stuff to the bigger influencers out there when they get opportunities. It's crazy. Someday. Well, let's check out deck screeners. Let's see what's popping over here in the degen plays. Nothing. Everything's just relaxed right now. The Zen's up a little bit. I saw Jack with Crypto Sparbuck. So I'm assuming that X1 or whatever is about to be launching soon, which that'll be nice. Guys, crazy shit out. So I'm kind of all over the place right now, but we got 20 days left. I've been saying this for a while. Richard made it clear 52 weeks to shake out the weak hands. And it just feels like it can't get any worse. I say it all the time. When you think it can't get worse, it can. But man, I think we're at the point now. It really can't get any worse. We are officially at rock bottom. And Moonbee Roots. Oh, let me try to find it. That shit was hilarious. He put out a bottom sign earlier today. Yeah, here it is right here. Is this a bottom sign of Hex and PulseChain? What do you guys think? Oh no, wait, 10,000x buy and burn. We're buying up all the supply. We're literally going to be rich overnight. All you got to do is buy PulseX. Nope, we're playing video games. And then he goes and sings a song. Guys, it's hilarious. Shout out B Roots. Shit is funny as hell. I think it is the ultimate bottom sign. Funny stuff. But guys, so all these PRC20s, I don't know what happened, but there used to be a shitload of them. Like if you went and looked on Ethereum, the amount of PRC, the P link to E link was like 100 times greater. And now they are at parity. What the hell happened? What happened? When over the last 6-8 months did the supplies pretty much line up? What is going on? If these PRC20s all get brought to parity, every single one of them, do you imagine what Sunny's ecosystem, what A1A and B2B are going to be worth being paired with 150 PRC20s? And they're both deflationary, guys. I think there is 1 million or 10 million A1A coins. Like there's 10 million. Oh, it might be 1 million. Yeah, 10 million. That's what I thought. Yeah, 10 million. Man, if you could get 1% of this supply, you're a baller. 2,200 holders. And guys, this is deflationary. And this is the stuff that needs to be shilled to BitBoy. This stuff right here. You BitBoy, take your stupid Ben coin. You can come over to PulseChain, and instead of making one pair, you can pair Ben coin up with PDI, Atropa, and all the different PRC20s and see what it does. And they'll be mind blown with what we got going on over here, guys. Like what happened in 2020, DeFi summer. It's happening again right now. But we are in the matrix. Exactly. Thomas Matrix Anderson. Yeah, we're in the matrix right now, bro. Any thoughts on Maddie's sacrifice project? No, bro. I think we all learned our lessons about sacrifices at this point. No, there's so much going on right now to not be focusing on this stuff that's being built. I think it's gonna be a big mistake to not focus on like A1A, this whole reward ecosystem, even hard, paying you back PDI every day. I mean, this thing is a beast. And look at the floor here. I don't think we're going to see below 30 cents again. They're paying you back every single day in PDI. And once it pegs, guys, just think. And the other cheat code here is like Meth Lab right here. So this coin is deflationary, right? And just for holding it pays you back wrapped ETH which is paired 1-to-1 with PulseChain. It's pegged. So you buy meth instead of holding PulseChain, you buy meth, and then, say you have 10 million PulseChain, take 3 million Pulse and buy meth with it. And then in a month, once you've accumulated a month's worth of the wrapped ETH, you go put it in the wrapped ETH, wrapped Pulse pool. And now you start earning yield off of the yield you're generating. Instead of holding PulseChain liquid in your bag, you now buy Meth Lab, which pays you back wrap Pulse. So you earn that as passive income and then throw it in the pool and you start earning on that. And these are what's going to separate PulseChain. The little hacks like that, guys. So to focus on Maddie stuff right now, I think that's a grave mistake, in my opinion. There's so much stuff that you're never going to have this opportunity again to get into these just game-breaking, game-changing projects this early. As excited I am for Pete, I hit $1. I'm just as excited for the documentary that unpacks all the steps that RH, Maria, Maker. Yeah, bro, that's the real highest of stakes movie. His Excellency, that right there that should be the movie. Like if that right there was all over the airplane, that would be a different story. Me personally, the highest of stakes, I can't show that to people. I mean, it's entertainment, but anyone that's smart, I got bad feedback from it, but it is what it is. PDI goes to $1. There's not enough liquidity for everyone to cash out. I would sell in chunks. Thomas, there is though, bro. There isn't right now, but the way they're recollateralizing Maker. So, bro, I'm trying to figure it out right now, but it's not gonna need to stay at $1, bro. It's gonna range from 75 cents to $1.25. So it's not gonna have to stick to $1. So I'm gonna play. I got this video. I'm gonna play this. We're gonna listen to this tonight. This just came out earlier today. Guys, follow this channel, Obscure Crypto Gems. These guys have this Telegram chat, and it's next level, bro. These videos here, Thomas, this series that Obscure Crypto Gems has will teach you how it's going to be pegged. And bro, it's crazy. Like Richard is working with Ave and Maker. They're all teaming up. They've been working on this for like 10 years in the background. I think the Maker Rune, that guy, had a big influence on Richard. And one of the other devs, I don't even know if it was Richard's idea for PulseChain, but I think they're all working together. The more that I learn, and this shit is just so next level. But we'll talk about that in a second. So I look to see. I really haven't looked at the charts anything today. I've been super busy. I think we need Bitcoin to pump. If we just hover around here, if we can't get up past 70, I think we're coming back down one more time. That's what my gut tells me. Selling may go away with the stock markets. So many macro things. I think they can just FUD this down one more leg, but we will see. We'll be ready for anything. Node AI. Oh, wait, Node AI. Guys, this is the one that Alex Becker, he made his community coin and labeled it GPU, and I fell for it, did no research, and told all you to buy it, according to Sami. But I'm up 40x on it, so shit worked out for me. And I can see lots of people talking about it. So I don't know where he's getting his research from. Do not follow that clown unless you want to laugh. But for alpha, man, that shit is some bad beta. BioFi, guys, this is a gem. Take a look at this. It's on Avalanche. They're working to bring biometrics like we have on our cell phones to the blockchain, tying it in with like a Solana type phone. If this coin is a gem, guys, absolute gem. It's like $3 million market cap. But these are the I told you about this with GPU, February 4th. BioFi, GPU, and GHX Gamer Coin. but not much moving right now, guys. Sologenics and Corium, like I'm so bullish on these two guys, even though it's tough to buy right now when they're down in the dumps. These are the opportunities, though. And I did get out of my Altura, swapped it for CDeFi, and staked it. Pretty much the same coin. I'm trying to just consolidate some coins. Dua, I've actually doubled my bag, and it's now down in half again. So I'm in for like almost $600, and this shit's worth 184 right now. I bought $300 worth and then doubled it to like 450, and now it's down again. So I don't know. I might I'm gonna do some research on it, but these are the times where you just you go down sinking hard if you believe in it, but do not sell at these levels. This is the last thing you want to do. Is say, oh, you know what? It's not doing anything. I'm gonna sell right now and just get absolutely whacked. That is the cardinal mistake right there. What software am I using? What do you mean? Well, what do you mean? I'm just using my MacBook. Well, this here is just coin market cap. You can just make your own portfolios in here, if that's what you're talking about, Shaka. So, guys, the SEC, I'm hearing rumors that a lot of their cases that they have are going to be just dismissed because it's criminal what they're doing. And we just had 2 lawyers resign today. They're basically told if they're going to get fired if they don't leave, I guess. But you just see the turmoil that's inside the SEC. Nobody's on the same page there. Everybody is not everybody. A lot of the guys at the top have ulterior motives. They're being told what to do. And you know, you just look around the world and all the progress that's being made. It's like, what are we doing? There has to be a reason for it. It just does not make sense. So I'd be shocked if we don't have stablecoin regulation or the Ripple settlement. I think that's what it's all gearing up for. The Ripple settlement around June. I think June, May 6th. Anytime after that, it can happen. But I think that they're just waiting and it's all going to happen at once. The Ripple settlement, the stablecoin legislation, probably a Circle IPO, and that'll get things kicked off. Coinbase probably will end up settling. Who knows? A bunch of cases get let go. I don't know, but there has to be a plan for this because this is just it makes us look so bad. And look, how do these other leaders around the world take us seriously? All the BRICS nations that are all allying up, getting off the dollar. I listened to a really interesting podcast today with Mark Moss and George Gammon. And George Gammon went down to Argentina or Venezuela somewhere and was just doing an experiment where he brought Bitcoin down there, wanted to see, could I live off of it? And then nobody would buy his Bitcoin down there because you're just stuck with it. There's no liquidity. So, you buy it with the trade it for cash. And now those people are stuck with the same problem. So there's like a 20% fee for getting local cash. And you don't even want that because the inflation's so bad. So it's just a really, really interesting scenario where we're all just like gung-ho, Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. But we're at a place where there's hyperinflation like that. The answer is there's no liquidity. So they're not trading it with each other. And they all want dollars. And you're talking about even 20s. If you want to get $1,000 back, they'll give you 900 if it's not in hundreds. So they're even taxing for smaller bills. Coin market cap link. Oh, yeah. Good looking, Camo Joe. Yeah, Shaka, Coin Market Cap. You just download in the App Store, bro. It's great. I like it, honestly. You just put a lot of stuff in one place. And for this, like to make portfolios and stuff, it's just easy to do. And Tune FM is just getting shellacked. Wow, $140. Makes me feel like this shit's a rug pull now. That was worth $1,000. Tune FM was worth $1,000 a couple months ago. And now down to 184. I mean, they must have had a massive unlock or something. Oh, yeah, look at that. Shoo. Down 50% twice. No, sorry. 3 times it went down 50%. And then when it got down, I think I have like 600,000 coins now. I doubled my bag, or almost doubled my bag with like another $150. And now total it's worth 200, but that's all right. This is just short term, guys. This is how you know you're doing it right in crypto. Right now in this market, 99% of people, this same thing's happening to. I go and I buy a coin, and next week it's down more. And then I add more in another month, and I have more coins, and it's still worth less. That's just how it is. It's supposed to happen like that right now. Whatever you buy, just expect it to be worth less, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just a part of the market cycle we're in. It's all about the number of coins you have. Don't worry about the dollar amount. That's the biggest mistake people I work with make, is they're always looking at the dollar amount, dollar amount, dollar amount. And they're not going to matter in the future. We got to start getting our eyes off of that and look at how many coins you have, and do that. So guys, today I was talking to Goo God last night in the white list to get in early for the polytrade market. You know, this has been one of our biggest winners, from 8 cents to almost $3 while earning interest the whole time. This marketplace just launched, and it is unreal. You can buy equity from BlackRock. You can buy stocks. Man, are you kidding me? Why is not letting me in? Oh, man. Hold on one second. I'm gonna log in. This is so cool. Like, this is how I've been talking about the real world assets. Like this, it's here now. Like Galileo protocol, they got some stuff that's live, but this here is really cool. Like this is like, it's only a day old now. All right, 316339. Where'd it go? Oh, they sent another one. Great. Hold on one second. There we go. All right, now we're in. God, this is so cool. So there's 9 different categories: alcohol, royalties, commodities, credit, luxury, raffles. And I was looking at some of these royalty things. One of them was like 5 grand, but they're for royalty. I don't even know what it was for, but you can buy parts of songs like this right here. Alan Walker and Ava Max. So you get royalties from the song, which I thought that's pretty cool. But how this works is Polytrade has different companies that they must have contracts with. So like one company specifically lists all these music things, and then another company does like all the Pokemon cards. So they have, see these, here we go. Raffles are by Raffles by Polytrade, another block. So they have different companies that they work with. So look at this. So for $15,000, you can buy a raffle ticket for this luxury watch raffle. I was like, there's no way. But you get the whole thing for 15 grand. I don't know how it works, but it just came out today. This stuff is all new as hell, but I don't know. I was looking at buying something. I don't know what yet though. RWA loot boxes, Rolexes, collectibles, and more for the win. Oh, here we go. Here are the stocks. So you can buy Nvidia, Wisdom Tree, BlackRock right here. Swarm Protocol. Oh, that's cool. Swarm's what we bought the other day. SWM, Swarm Markets. But guys, this is the future. This is what's all coming. Netflix, Pfizer. There you go. high return Alphabet Class A. Yeah. So this is just really cool, guys. This is what's coming. It was the alcohol. You can buy bottles, I guess. I don't know how this works. You get an NFT. I don't know if they mail you the bottle too, but I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna buy some in the next couple of days just to see how it works. Eligibility. Users buying must understand that redeeming the underlying asset may need them to comply. Okay, so you do get to redeem it for the asset. That's what I was wondering. I didn't know if they held it in like escrow and you never got ownership, but that's really cool. So guys, this is all coming. Like with Polytrade here, Galileo Protocol, these are the real world apps that are going to start blowing up. And the SECs at the same time, they're going to start relaxing on this shit. I think this whole Ripple case was to set a new law. Instead of that Howey test, there's now going to be the Ripple test. And then we're going to have stablecoin regulation and things are going to start to take off, guys. We're so close. Don't get funded out now. Don't do anything stupid. Guys, I'm going to play this here. Follow this channel, guys. So these guys are talking about PDI and Wrap Bitcoin and stuff. So I didn't get to listen to this today. I'm going to just play this right now. This is so good. We'll just hang out and chill and just get some FOMO. Let me know if you can hear it.
Supply. So if that dude owns 100, Teddy owns 100, that takes it down to 1,300. I bet you Richard owns like 95% of the supply. Like there's only going to be like 1,000 put tokens in circulation.
Hold on. We never checked how much Wrap BTC Teddy Bear owns. We have to check. Ideally, we should
accumulate. We need to accumulate Wrap BTC. Just the Wrap BTC, like even the LP, just the Wrap BTC PDI LP. That's a sexy one to hold because even once they reach parity, you just get a bunch of stables. Like so, it's a great hold.
Let's hop on a call later. I have a plan for Wrap BTC.
Right on. Yeah. Oh,
let's see.
The plan is to front run for Richard Hart every single moment that he builds a bridge. We front run him. We do it like we do it every day. He's probably like, this keeps doing goddamn streams right when I'm building. We didn't talk about it though. I was like, it's too big. I was like, I'm not dropping that on him. I'm not dropping more news right now.
No, you did good. You stayed away from a lot of the speculation and just used the stuff you have hard evidence of, which was smart. So no one could say, "Oh, that's."
I was like, this is miles. There's big speculation here. Same thing with like as far as like touching on Hexanaut, this and that.
I mean, is it really speculation when his name is literally Hexanaut and he literally says, I love
him? I wrote him a message, and at the end of it, I said, man, great work, not a hexagon.
Yeah, like, it's not speculation on that part, in my opinion, because he literally has
he might be like Hex Candy. He's like, Hexy Candy. He's like Hexanaut.
Love me some Hex removes any speculation.
And I believe someone else said that in the chat, that they were like, this dude loves him some Hex.
Yeah.
And like I said, he responded to my chat today, like literally responded to it because I accidentally hit it when I talked to him. I messaged him.
I wrote on one of his messages, his tweets. I literally wrote PDI. I said EDI, SDI, PDI.
No, I'm talking about. I messaged him last night, bro, with my PulseChain thing. And I said, when is Spark coming to PulseChain? And then he responded, like I deleted it, and then he read it because I guess he saw it. And he responded with, he's like, read this. And then I read it, and it pretty much said that as long as the owner of MakerDAO owns MakerDAO, and there is no owner of Spark, or if there is an owner of Spark, MakerDAO can still control it.
Wait. Who said that to you?
And Hexanaut, bro. He responded to my message.
He messaged you. What chat?
What, dude?
What owner of Maker?
Like his main.
I thought it was a DAO.
The Phoenix Labs.
Oh, wait. So where did this message go down? Was it on Twitter or was it on Telegram?
He no longer works for Spark Finance. Like no longer works there. He's now just
where were you talking to him, on Twitter or Telegram?
Yeah, on Twitter. It's in there.
You literally said, when is Spark coming to Pulse? And he literally said, read this.
Yes. But I deleted my message that I said that. But then I responded again with the GeoRig account.
But yeah, did you delete your message after he read it?
No, I didn't know. Because I was like, damn it, I shouldn't have done that. He didn't care because he doesn't work there anymore. Like I read it, like his thing and Maria's things have changed. they no longer work for anybody. They work for like Maria works kind of for Spark, but she owns Summerfy, and then like he doesn't work for Spark, but he tells them what they need to do. Like,
oh my god! So they're basically white labeling front ends that are connected to Spark Finance.
Said there's no reason for, like, needless to say, without saying it out loud, he said there's no reason for Spark to come because the owner of whatever owns the Spark protocol, and that made sense to me. So then I in my head I'm going, no, that's why he bought DAI. That's why he bought it with DAI, because he didn't need to be on the leaderboard. That's why they changed it the next day and they took him off the leaderboard. They didn't want people to notice that Richard even got on the leaderboard, so they did it really quick. Literally within like 6 hours of him buying, they got him off the leaderboard. And technically, when you buy DAI with anything, and you put it up for collateral, you get 150% extra. So technically, he would have got a 1.x more. And you can't buy DAI. Technically, unless you're an admin, you can't just get DAI into XDAI. It wouldn't burn. It would literally be left as collateral, but he literally burnt it and then reminted it. Again, only an admin could do. So that shows you right there that he owns the protocol. And I think that he owns MakerDAO. I literally think that he's owned MakerDAO probably since he was holding all that DAI, because he has all that rap.
Guys, Richard owns MakerDAO. These guys are not just bullshit, and these guys are on point. Like they're smart as hell. And so just think about that for a second. Richard was going to be on the top 10 of the leaderboard on Maker, and within 6 hours they were able to get him. He was on the leaderboard, and they were able to get him off of there. So what kind of pull do you need? That is the top of the food chain right there. You need to be talking to the who's running those protocols. So these guys have all been working together in the background, guys. Like this PDI thing is so much bigger, I think, than any of us can even imagine. So just like, do not get fudded out now, guys. Like I just know, I've been in crypto. I've been here every freaking day since the summer of 2019. Almost 5.5 years. And I pay attention to details. And I pay attention to red flags. There has not been one with Richard anywhere along the lines. All the FUD, I could find someone smarter than me that could disprove all of it. And everything that I've been seeing, it all leads to Richard is literally one of the top 3 faces, heads, wallets, entities of all crypto. And I think that's going to come out in the next couple of years. I think that in order for him to do this, he's got to do it from the shadows. I think you can't, especially as the US is putting out this legislation that's trying to ban anything decentralized, anything algorithmic. This has to be done without being able to tie it back to Richard, I think. And I believe they talk about it here at the end of this. But guys, this stuff is, wait till they talk about Hex and the prices of what Hex and Bitcoin can do. It's mind blowing. I don't know what just happened here.
All that Bitcoin is, and we're talking so much Bitcoin. It's like at least like 94 billion, I think, in Bitcoin. It's something stupid. No, I'm sorry. It was 94 million, but it was stretched out over like 6 different things. So it was like 300 million at least of the Bitcoin, because they kept raising the debt ceiling so he could keep adding more Bitcoin. But now like the entire protocol is backed by Bitcoin, like real Bitcoin. Like I remember he giving you the address and he goes, "Did you look at that proxy and you see how much Bitcoin it has?" I was like, "No." You're like, "Dude, there's got Bitcoin coming out of its ears, and it's not even doing anything. It's just sitting there." So I think that's how he kind of took control over it, because with votes,
I mean, over here, he'd be able to actually leverage that, move that around, and put it to work at real.
I think they are. I think they are leveraging it. We just don't know.
If they're not already, they will be soon.
I'm sure if you go look, they might be leveraging it to take out value, take value and move it around to other places. Well, no. But they also have to put that inside the RAT BTC too. So depending on how much it is, they have to also move it into RAT BTC. Some of it has to be sitting in that protocol to back the RAT BTC one for one, and then they use the RAT BTC for collateral, because it just keeps the coin more safe rather than just using the Bitcoin itself. So that's probably what's going on. That Bitcoin is sitting at a proxy that's pointing at RAT Bitcoin, and that's why. But they are raising the debt ceiling of how much Bitcoin they can bring in and use use. And they've been doing that ever since Richard got involved, which I think he's been involved with MakerDAO since the get-go, since the launch of it. And I'm sure he was friends with the owner whenever the dude got merged, semi-close to him. So it probably meant a lot to him to like cater to that protocol and turn it into what they were always planning.
Every single person has
that might have been that dude's will too. It's been like, if you work with anybody, you work with Richard Hart. You know?
I believe that every single person in crypto has the.
He said I believe it's in his will. The founder of Maker that got murdered down there in, I think, Puerto Rico. It was in his will that if you do this, it has to be with Richard Hart. Could you imagine?
Duty to stand up behind what happened to that person, because no one just says that owning a multi-billion-dollar.
That's why I think Maria. That's why I think Maria and Hexanaut and Richard and Rune all jumped in and were like, we're all about it. And then they came up with a plan, and then they brought it to Binance. They brought it to Ethereum. And then some other, like maybe Gnosis. I mean, Gnosis wrote them a letter. The reason that they launched on Gnosis chain is that someone within the Gnosis protocol wrote them a letter, and then that's why Spark launched. But Gnosis is already an XDAI holder and a big XDAI, Maker proponent. I actually kind of like Gnosis. I might actually build on it. They have a really cool
Genosis?
Yeah, just Gnosis. Yeah, Gnosis.
I believe everybody in crypto has a duty to stand up for what happened to that guy, because no one just like says that and owns a huge protocol and then washes up ashore. Like that's.
What year was that? Was that had he launched Hex yet? Probably not. I don't think he had launched Hex yet.
Dude, that happened very recently. Like that happened at the end of 2022, I believe.
Okay, so Hex is just okay.
But you're talking about PulseChain? No, PulseChain.
No. I'm talking about like what? You're right. You're on the right track.
Yeah, no. Pulse hadn't launched then, but it was way beyond the Hex launch.
That's what I'm saying. So they were already there. They were definitely hungry because Richard holds so much MakerDAO and MakerDAO liquidity pools. It's insane. The ones that we've seen, and that's kind of what puts him in control of the protocols, because he can be like, and the fact that he had so much DAI, and now he loved DAI. Like, and that was his thing. He goes, I love crypto, and he goes, you would call me a connoisseur of stablecoins. He goes, I love stablecoins. He goes, I'm going to build one someday. It's going to be the best one you could ever think of. His word. And when we were explaining the whole fluctuation thing, and Axis was like, damn. He's like, you thought about that? I was like, he goes, do they say that somewhere? I'm like, no, man. That's like, it just makes sense, right? Like to have a collateralized asset that's sitting behind it that fluctuates, that they can still make profit off of. And they still have an extra 10. Like if it's going up and down 50 cents, if it's just, and if we get depegged by 10 cents, it just like that protocol could literally swing itself purposely down, feed it right into he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, dude. I said that, and that doesn't even come into play with what the Tropa bots can do, right? Just that token alone, swinging in the way that it swings, keep DAI pegged. But that's 3 years later. It's gonna take a while.
I just realized this whole system of like the DAI stablecoin pegged into $1 will really fulfill Richard Hart's dream alone to migrate a whole network onto another platform, because I'm not sure what the value of
that's what Sonny said. That Sonny goes, dude, he goes, this is Bitcoin, bro. You don't get it. Like he moved Hex over to this and then copied it over to this. He goes, that Bitcoin is here. In the form,
but you know what Richard wanted to do with Bitcoin, right? He wanted to give every single person that was holding Bitcoin the free value in Hex.
Yes.
He's finally able to do that successfully without their permission. Because with Bitcoin, he needed their permission with a signature to prove ownership. Yep. Now he can just take their addresses and be like, you own this on a chain. Switch your RPC.
Correct. And he might do I don't think Richard's done. I think.
God, just think about all this that they're talking about here. Where is this in the faces of the community? Like, why is this not getting shilled? Like, it just blows my mind. This is so forward thinking. Everybody in crypto could get on board something like this. And it's just sad to see that none of this is being talked about. It really is. But we'll see. The times are going to change.
As the crypto space heats up in 2024, everybody's.
Oh, Jesus.
Oops. When we ran really hard in November, Sonny
control over it, because with votes, 94 billion, I think, in Bitcoin. There's something quickly. Like, we can do a little bit and then, seemingly use DeFi in a way that it's supposed to be used anonymously, to keep them out of our business and to keep people.
Because I'm not sure what the value of.
That's what Sonny said. That Sonny goes, dude, he goes, this is Bitcoin, bro. You don't get it. Like he moved Hex over to this, and then copied it over to this. He goes, that Bitcoin is here. In the form,
but you know what Richard wanted to do with Bitcoin, right? He wanted to give every single person that was holding Bitcoin the free value in Hex.
Yes.
He's finally able to do that successfully without their permission. Because with Bitcoin, he needed their permission with a signature to prove ownership. Now he can just take their addresses and be like, you own this on a chain. Switch your RPC.
Correct. And he might do, like, I don't think Richard's done. I think the stablecoin is just the beginning of a mean to an end, but it's not the end.
Yeah, and I think, you're right. The only thing bigger than Bitcoin is the Federal Reserve at this point. So the only way to make something bigger than Bitcoin is to make something that's equal to the Federal Reserve.
We literally just minted. We literally have one now. We literally have those guys. Those guys can trade
a official decentralized minting press.
With those bots, they can literally trade in an environment against nobody except themselves and mint save, and they do it through consensus, through voting, right? Takes time. It's not like the Federal Reserve can just do millions real quickly. Like, we can do a little bit and then, seemingly use DeFi in a way that it's supposed to be used anonymously, keep them out of our business and to keep people on their toes. As soon as I saw that contract again that said phishing scam, I said, here we go again. Now it's on a bridge. What does that mean? Oh, yeah, I know exactly what that means. Privacy bridge. And that means they're able to do a privacy bridge without it even looking like a privacy bridge, without it saying like you start here and then you end here. Like, it's not do that. It's going to be literally able to literally going to like mint your address, like an implementation token of your wallet and your token, like on someplace, like inside of a pool. And then it's going to literally burn it. They're going to think it's burnt. And then it's going to end up on a whole nother pool, on a whole nother chain sitting over there. And they're going to think that it got burnt here, but it's going to be way over there.
Guys, did you hear what he said? Imagine, so instead of us having to use these cross-chain bridges and, all these protocols, imagine being able to just burn you have whatever, you have PulseChain on here and you throw it in a liquidity pool you take half your Pulse by wrapped Bitcoin, throw it in an LP pool. So now your wallet is holding nothing. Technically, it's all an LP. And then you could take that LP pool and transfer it to a different wallet. Like, guys, this is so next level. What's being built. Like, I'm still trying to wrap my head around all of it. But all these mainstream influencers talking about, Bitcoin's failed for payments, the TradFi is coming for crypto. Well, they ain't coming for PulseChain. Hey guys, we have the opportunity and we have the funds to do it. Rich has got deep enough pockets, clearly has the connections, and now we got Ave and Maker and Richard. And who else knows? I mean, Binance is working with them. Ethereum's working with them. Guys, it's going to be a fight of DeFi versus TradFi, and who's going to sell out and who's going to fight the fight. It's going to be really interesting.
I wonder how many of those phishing scams that they were sending me on Binance Smart Chain were secretly just
no, they were all whitelisted. They're all whitelisted, so you wouldn't have been able to buy it. You wouldn't have been able to use it. It was actually protecting, kind of protecting people from just in case they wanted to front run them. These guys are way too smart. Like, did y'all hear about like Maria, the hack that happened on Blast? So Blast Layer 2 got hacked for $62 million. 3 hours, Maria and her team recovered the $62 million from the hacker. They hacked the hacker. The dev ran off of Blast, and literally within 3 hours of the hack, they got the money back from that. But it also shows you that if they're working with Blast, or she's actually paying attention to it, like Blast actually plays a bigger role in this than we all know. And I think it might never have to come to fruition because gas, became so cheap so quickly that it never had to come to fruition. Or there's still more to it coming. Might be part of
narratives inside narratives, man. I'm sure we're going to find an alternative requirement for that bridge to happen.
Okay, to hear me out. You guys know how there's dog shows where dogs can show off their skills and stuff? What if we have a stablecoin show where everyone can show off their stablecoins support mechanics and all that?
That's what I was talking about, Dev Wars, bro. Remember Dev Wars?
Well, no, Dev Wars is different. That's flat out different. We're talking something that's literally like a dog show, but for stable coins.
Oh, okay. But so you'd have to be like, all right, try to flash loan my stable coin.
Yeah, well, it'll literally just be like a competition.
You have
with a bunch of different battle tests.
Yeah, like you have 5 minutes
to see
with different
which one's like the strongest and all the different characteristics for each one.
Right. So you can pick 2 different tokenomics. You can inflate and whatever, or you can tax and this.
No, I'm talking about like all of the founders, like all of the people. Like, this can get big. We can have like the people from Tether and Circle coming in. We can have like people from everybody that has a protocol that actually is responsible for pegging and supporting a stable coin can come in and talk about their stable coin, because there's quite a few. There's at least like 5 or 6. So like, eventually they'll all be able to come in, and then James can come in and talk about that, and then James and Maria can finally meet, even though we know they already know each other.
Shit, I don't even know where I'm at. Did I pass?
By the way, James and Maria are officially 2 different people, because like Maria Magnus is a part of Summerfi, and then James is just, Maria Rahel on thing. But it's crazy how we actually found Maria Magnus through through James's username.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was going to say, found her last summer on that IRC. Before we even knew James was before it was settled that James was 414, there was speculation that Maria was still a Maria. That's still a person, right? But still a Maria. Right. James just happens to be a person that doxed as a face, but they're still a Maria.
Where the hell?
Well, I think
Maria Rahel
is just using Maria's username. It's just the Maria username. But I always had this speculation that Maria account was a dude, but two totally different people, 2 totally different characters that play 2 totally different.
But they're the exact same person.
No, they're not the exact same person.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
They're not.
No, I don't believe they are.
100% the same.
Yeah, it is.
100% the same chick. Blonde hair.
No, Maria. Yeah, that Maria is not James though. Maria Magnus is not James. 2 different people that are both involved.
So saying that James is a fucking frontman. Why is James a frontman if he worked for NASA and has 25 years of coding experience?
James is one of the many people on the team, Sponge. It's not one person. It's several. Maria
Rahel is James. Maria Magnus is Maria Magnus.
Yes.
And she's laughing her ass off listening to this right now. She's like, you guys are fucking wild.
But he shows an Instagram photo of Maria Rahel, Maria Magnus. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they're the same person. They're Maria Rahel, Maria Magnus. We already proved the Sponge. Like, me and Rig already looked into this. Literally, they posted the Instagram that led to the Twitter. Like, it's the same person. Like, we're not just... Yeah, there's a link by name, but James on IRC is... on IRC, Maria Rahel is James.
Just using Maria Rahel has nothing to do with things.
We don't know if that's James on the IRC chat. We don't know who that is.
She's from Finland, too.
All we know is this person named James that worked with Richard did a video and is involved in the Tropa. That we know. That he most likely helped build PulseChain because Richard hinted that 6 years ago.
James hasn't admittedly worked with Richard. He said, I'd like to work with Richard one day.
Yes, but Richard said in the video 6 years ago that his co-founder was someone that worked for NASA. So speculation says that that's James, but we don't know for sure. That is correct. We know for sure. It's extremely likely.
Also,
I was paying attention from the beginning of this IRC stuff.
I can guarantee you that 2 different people that speak very fluently about the topic are probably involved in 2 different ways. In 2 different sectors, so they're 2 different people.
It's not one person. The Tropa is not ran by one person.
Oh, obviously, but
James and Maria are 2 separate people, and they're both involved. There wasn't Maria.
I think James built it, but Maria helped design it. But James built the whole thing, but I think Maria helped design it.
So this, when we say Maria is not the 414, though, James is proven to be 414.
That's what I'm saying.
And there is stuff that goes down in the IRC that has to be James. He may be using her name on purpose for whatever reasons. I don't think that's actually.
It was to connect dots. It was so people like me find it, be like, this makes sense.
Because in the very beginning, that's what people thought. For a little while, it was there was a big division that went down between.
That's whenever I freaked out. I even showed it to Sponge one day. He's like, "What the?" I was like, "Dude, she literally wrote a song called The Tropa."
Yeah, we found that out real early. Before we were sure that James was 414. There was a lot of speculation. It actually really divided the community, and some people and it's still there's still beef between these guys that uncovered follow the RC 100% because so many other people do.
They're all in on it 100%.
Maria, it can be derived from long-term holding.
The hex part must have been at the beginning. I'm gonna go back. I want to re-listen to this, guys. It's so good. I'm gonna just play it from the beginning.
When we ran really hard in November, Sonny called it perfectly. He said, "This is an artificial demo. This is not sustainable. And what needs to happen is the whole system needs to die, and it needs to be paired more with Pulse." So I don't know what happened after we collapsed, but we did see the values go back up, and I was not paying attention to the actual.
Is my internet wrecked now? What is going on? Interesting. All right. Well, I guess that ain't happening. I don't know why all of a sudden we can't play YouTube videos. I guess this is too much alpha. I guess it's not meant to be heard. Oh, well. I guess they're really not going to let me play this.
When we ran really hard in November.
And think about the overall crypto market cap. Like, what did we top out last time? Was like 3 trillion.
Oh no! At that point, we would literally be at least us alone would be worth $1 trillion. Us alone, at least $1 trillion.
Yeah.
So the total.
Is this the narrative that B-Roots is talking about? Because B-Roots is always saying that Teddy is going to flip everything like shit. Doge, like he's talking about. He's saying nobody's listening, nobody knows, but he keep repeating it over and over. He's saying like Teddy is going to be the number one gainer of all memes ever. So is he riding that? Is he writing that idea off of how Atropa and all these things are going to rebuy Teddy, or like how does that idea work?
Right, because it's a meme. Memes are easier to onboard, right? So just because the meme alone and people not knowing the utility will onboard people, and then the fact that they find that it actually does have utility, and not only the meme utility, and the fact that it's backing TSFI, which is the money printer within the DAI stablecoin ecosystem. It's like literally the money printer. It's the printing press, but it's backing the printing press. It's like literally the Federal Reserve in the equation. And then since it's a meme and it's tied to the K-pop, the whole K-pop culture thing, but so all the tokens that are kind of tied to that will still come back.
It's such a better meme too. I mean, think about it. Like, there's people that love cats and hate dogs, and vice versa. Like, everybody had a teddy bear. Everybody. Who hates teddy bears? I mean,
teddy bear with a little symbol too. That little symbol in there that looks like a bear. And there's no owner. There's no company. It's just straight community.
Anybody know who the biggest holder of Teddy is? Like individual wise, not like a contract wise. Like how much they're holding? What percentage?
I'll go check the holders. He actually came in the chat.
It's at least 20%. It's around 20, maybe 15, but around 20, I believe. Hopefully 30. I hope 30 or 40, but I think it's. But Teddy has the most top 20 liquidity pairs in the entire PulseChain. It literally has 10 of the top 20 liquidity pairs in the entirety of PulseChain. 10 of the top 20.
Yeah, it's always like we're on deck screener. Like it's always up there. And volume wise, like
they love it. They love it. The bots love it because it's paired with everything. And I think it's just the way it was designed. Like I'm not.
Well,
yeah, you met the number one holder.
What is it?
Greg met the number one holder, Teddy. He came on one of our VCs.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you talked to him. He's a cool guy. Like him a lot. Yeah. So yeah, you got
me be even more bullish. He goes, I'm the number one holder of Teddy. And
any of the top holders of these protocols just can chill and relax. They don't have to worry about ratio trading or anything.
He was worrying at first. And he said, man, I listened to your space, and then I had to come here and meet you. He goes, I just want to let you know, like, I'm the top holder.
He said 15,839 holders, and there's 15,000 active users on PulseChain every day.
It gets wilder. Not only was he said he's number one holder, he also said he's the number one liquidity provider for the project. So he holds a lot, to say the least. That guy was cool, so.
Yeah, he was really smart, too. He's like, he's like, just give me the rundown of what you think's going on. And I told him, he was like, I'll be right back. He's like, where are you going? He's like, probably to go buy more. Or I think there was another token that he liked to go buy that he ended up going to buy or something. But he's like owns almost all of the tokens within the ecosystem. But he was a firm believer that it was only going to peg because of Atropa. He didn't know that this whole other narrative was at play until he heard one of our streams or like one of our talks in here.
All right, well, all we can do is wait and hold. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. I didn't think that
it's just
the 1000x. Yes, no. What's up?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Super excited for everything going on. And man, I didn't think the narrative of 1000x and so on and so forth was something for this cycle. But if that's what everybody's
Access Alive is saying like there's old like OOG hexagons that are calling him, asking him like, okay, what like that's why they got me on the stream. Clip that went 39,000 people watched about me saying that Richard Hart shorted ETH. I made a response video to it, and I kind of make the claim that like maybe I was a little hyped. He didn't technically short it, but he got more SDI because that's what he wanted. I mean,
yeah, of course, he made some yield on SDI for sure, 100%. The proof is there,
right? And the fact that he used DAI to go into it, like you get 100%, 50% collateral. But the thing is,
I'll literally navigate exactly what he did. He moved 200 million DAI stablecoin into Spark's SDAI. He pulled out 189 million from that. He then split it between like 5 or so wallets. Or 10, like 20 million.
And then he minted DAI. He never got rid of any of it. He literally had the DAI. He had the SDAI. He had the Ethereum, and he had the DAI. He literally minted the DAI. He never had to sell anything. He literally burnt the DAI for DAI, or wrapped it to the SDAI, right? And then he took the SDAI, bought Ethereum with it, right? And then at that point, minted more DAI out of thin air.
Well, Rick, do you know that one, the singular $200 million transaction that he did into SDAI?
It was 400 million.
Well, all that 400 million is converted back to the ETH now.
No, I know. No. Well, no. 300 million of it is still in DAI. It's inside the D3M protocol. I know in his wallet, yes, that's because he's made $300 million. So yes, his old $400 million is, but the other 300 million of his dollars is sitting inside the MakerDAO protocol, minting 66 million.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to show me those TXs. I haven't seen those.
Okay, go to makerburn.com. I've taken screenshots. Go to Riggy's rabbit hole. I took screenshots of it all.
Where the hell is Riggy's rabbit hole?
Exactly.
It's in here.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
I love our group. I love our community. Yeah. So it's like go to Riggy's rabbit hole and then like scroll up a little bit, and it's going to be the one that says so XXX 184 million DAI was minted with this, and 24 million was minted with this. And if you look in the protocol, he's like the number 4th or 5th one down. It says D3M, so it's a MakerDAO protocol. It has 300 million DAI in it, and you can like literally see right now that it's like the whole protocol is minting 8 DAI a second, 8.6 DAI a second. And that means in 5 days they will have minted 1.2 billion DAI. In 5 days. 5 days from now, they will reach their next collateralization height ceiling. They will then have to raise it from 2.5 to 5 billion, and then 5 billion to 10 billion, 10 billion to 20 billion, and then it's going to go faster and faster because he's going to be able to more and more money. Because right now he doesn't have to use any of his leverage.
Well, it is the same amount of money when you times it by an hour. There's so much money.
Remember what I told you? That he could literally take it, turn it into 8 billion, and within 8 billion, the 8 billion would literally be at that point 20% of 8 billion, even if it was one way or the other. He would split it in half, so it'd be 20% of 8 billion is literally 80 billion. That's 20% of that is like literally $20 billion a year. If you could literally break that down to the hour, $20 billion a year. I mean, you can just take that even by the day, and he could be making tons of money.
Bro, they've literally minted like 12 million DAI in the last like 45 minutes.
Yeah. They're literally making 200 million DAI a day right now.
What?
Yes, exactly. That means like, so do the math. Like I wrote it in, like, look at it. If you keep reading, it tells you, it says by November, which is 8 months from now. Well, 8 months around, which is a little bit after November, but it's gonna ramp up. If it stays at 200 million a day, then yes, it's gonna take till January like 23rd for them to get 22 billion DAI. But it's gonna ramp up because more money's gonna come in. Yes, of DAI.
If they're minting 200 million a day, and they need 22 billion to hit the mark.
Yes.
It's 110 or 20 days.
Correct.
Yeah.
I undercut it on purpose. I was like 8 months at the longest. But yeah, it's like literally nothing. It's like literally November.
Exactly. It's basically November, unless they put the throttle in.
Yeah. It's 20 billion. It's 1,000 days, dude. You're missing a zero.
200 million a day.
The average, at the current average,
10 days is $2 billion.
10 days.
100 days.
Billion.
Yes, 10 days.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, guys, the website literally says 363 days. It's minting around 13.35 DAI a day last month. No, it makes no sense. I just watched it mint way more than that.
Yo, dude, that's the thing, right? Because, you have to look down. If you look down, there's also protocols that are losing DAI, like that are like negative DAI or negative USDC, so they have to pay that back. So like they're averaging it out because they're putting it, the way that Maria is like spacing it out, the real Maria, she's spacing it out in a way because her Summerfy protocol allows you to take ETH and pair it against DAI, and you can make 14x more ETH. Or you can take DAI and pair it against ETH, and you can make 17x more DAI. So she's literally leveraging it out in a way with different coins and different ecosystems in different ways, to where it's literally minting the most DAI that it can, while it's still providing the most collateral that it can. So it's like literally, you ever heard of Yearn Finance, where you get leverage on your stakes. Pretty much, you get leverage on providing liquidity. Pretty much, that's what she's created. But they've created it within the same ecosystem because they have Spark, which has 970. It's like the number one right now. Spark alone is only collateralizing half of it. They're only collateralizing 500 million of it, and they're literally minting 200 million a day, almost 200 million a day on their own.
And this is Maria Magnus, right?
And they're only using half of it because there's all of it, because there's a debt ceiling, and then there's a debt ceiling cap. So like the 2.5 is like the debt ceiling cap, but like the most they can have right now is like a little under 2 billion. And they can't put too much in there because it's minting too much DAI. If it's minting too much DAI, then one of the other protocols becomes uneven, and then that means that they're burning too much USDC or USD, and then they're actually they're not finding the right equilibrium. So they're like literally they have to base it off the trading volume of the bots, the money made by the bots, the money and all that. So like they're literally using, it's called BA Labs, which I believe is Bot Analytical Labs, and those BA Labs are literally the labs that they created that are his liquidity pools. So he can literally create his own minting press, and eventually that minting press is going to be on every single chain, ran by every single bot, and it's going to be what controls the supply of DAI and every other stable to make sure it stays completely at an equilibrium. And it's prepared for anything that happens. So if a bunch of fiat starts hitting the chain, it's going to start front running the fiat. If a bunch of other way around, it might start burning it, or it might start using it more as collateral to start evening it out. It might start turning the DAI into Ethereum and holding the Ethereum that way, and then wrapping it and staking it, providing collateral into other things. But I think they're going to be able to mint so much of it that Hex is going to be like Bitcoin times 10. Like it's going to literally reach thousands of dollars, and it's going to be so liquid that it's so liquid that it's going to be insane. And they're going to do all this without ever listing on an exchange, ever. They're never going to have to go on exchange.
So for everybody that's fudding Hex right now, good luck to you. Like, guys, like, it just blows my mind. Like, I sit and watch these videos, stuff like this, all day, every day. Like, most of you couldn't sit through half the stuff that I watch and listen to, but it's the stuff that's important. And like, after listening to something like this, after this video right here, how could you go out and put a tweet up saying, "Oh, Richard Hart bought the top of ETH. Oh, what an idiot. If he just waited, he would have had so much more ETH." It's like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Richard is so calculated. You think he's going to just go do that? There was a reason he wanted to buy the top, so he could collateralize it and get as much as DAI as possible. Like, so there you go, guys. Listen to that. Hex is going to be as liquid as anything in crypto.
They can always tell them no. But the good thing is, Binance is technically, quote unquote, in on it. Why would we need an exchange if we have Binance?
Exactly. I mean, like I said, the exchanges have to come begging to us once the official DAI moves to PulseChain. They don't have a choice.
He's been sending them DAI, so he sent them 130 million yesterday, and he sent another 120 million into their protocol today. So they're making a lot more.
What? Richard sent Binance 100 million DAI?
I mean, it might have been a bot that went in there. It's the third time that he sent a bot with over 100 million in there. They're all protecting each other. Like
on Pulse, he sent 100 million DAI.
They're all protecting each other. Richard, Binance, Maker, Aave. And I have to imagine ETH is in on this because they did not want to show, as the ETF is about to be approved, that billions of dollars is leaving the chain. Oh, man.
The reason that he's doing this is because remember how that other guy said that, oh, I thought that they all had, even Sonny said, no, all the copies were like way bigger. I said, go look at them now. They're not. That means that Richard literally went in there to the copies and extracted them in 10x values and made them all equal except for the stable coins and the ETH. Everything else was also times by 1,000,000x. And then underneath all of our eyes, he literally went and took it and made all the values match. And what did he do with those values? He moved them to every other chain. So every other chain can have their own copies. So it's like a fail safe in between. And then what's his name was like, wait, what are you talking like about? Sonny was like, what do you mean? I said, go look at the values of Link on Pulse and Link on ETH. I said, they are the same supply. He goes, but they weren't. He goes, dude, it was like 100x more. I said, yeah, not anymore. He goes,
yeah, it's not. They're the same. They're the same values. Who said it was 100x more?
He did. They were, because they were, like I told you, it used to.
So what is going on here, guys? So now all of a sudden, the P Link we own, I had 10,000 of them or whatever. I bought it for like $100, if that, back then. So the values are going to be identical. Wait, what? Like, this is crazy. I can't even fathom a world when the PRC20s are at parity. Like, what? That's the biggest marketing pitch in the world. What? We don't need anything else. Come trade over here. Bitcoin is worth more than the real Bitcoin over on PulseChain. Like, guys, we are setting up for something special. Don't listen to the clowns out there.
All the major copies where everything was 100 more on the Pulse side,
and he didn't rebase them. Like, I still have the same amount on my wallets.
He literally went into there and either removed it or he didn't change the value. So he did something. He might, you know what? He probably went in there and just changed the decimals. Went in there and relaunched it, changed the decimals. He went in there and flash loaned it out, and then went from the decimals of 20 to the decimals of 18. You know what I mean? Or like decimals of 21 to the decimals of 18.
By the way, Rick, you know,
Sunny's Club is on.
Remember that triangle token that I was talking about the other day?
Yeah.
It's up 3x right now.
What's it at now?
That's no nukes, bro.
Yeah,
that's no nukes. That's the major pairing with Discovery, which is that latest 414 token. Yeah, and it's
the no nukes movement.
What's Atropa's second biggest pair?
What's the what biggest pair? Sorry.
What's Atropa's second biggest pairing?
Here, let me check right now. No, it's the second pair of DAI. There's two pairs of DAI. One point 24, you know that. The other one's 900K.
What's its second biggest pairing? That's not done.
Would be Teddy Bear on the other side. So Teddy Bear into Atropa would be 490.
Now go to look up Monat Money and see how much supply of Wrap BTC Monat Money holds. Like, what's its like two top pairs and the supply that it has. Like,
the two biggest pairs are DAI stablecoin and WBTC.
Okay, what's the percent of WBTC? Like, how many WBTC does it have?
34,000.
34,000?
No, $34,000. So around 110.
Around 1,000?
No, 110.
It only has 110 BTC.
Yeah.
That's worth 34 grand. Oh, yeah,
right now, bro. I'm telling you, time flies when you're having fun.
Damn, dude. And you know what? Like, literally, there's only like 1,500 circulating supply. So if that dude owns 100, Teddy owns 100. That takes it down to 1,300. I bet you Richard owns like 95% of the supply. Like, there's only going to be like 1,000 put tokens in circulation.
Hold on. We never checked how much Wrap BTC Teddy Bear owns. We have to check. Ideally, we should
accumulate. We need to accumulate Wrap BTC. Just the Wrap BTC. Like, even the LP, just the Wrap BTC PDI LP. That's a sexy one to hold because even once they reach parity, you just get a bunch of stables. Like, so it's a great hold.
Let's hop on a call later. I have a plan for Wrap BTC.
Right on. Yeah. Oh,
let's see.
The plan is to
plan is to front run for Richard Hart every single moment that he builds a bridge. We front run him. We do it like we do it every day. He's probably like, this keeps doing goddamn streams right when I'm building. We didn't talk about it though. I was like, it's too big. I was like, I'm not dropping that. I'm not dropping more news right now.
No, you did good. You stayed away from a lot of the speculation and just used the stuff you have hard evidence of, which was smart. So no one could say, "Oh, that's this." I was like, "This is miles. There's big speculation here." Same thing with like as far as like touching on Hexanon, this and that. You know, I said, "Oh." I mean, is it really speculation when his name is literally Hexanon and he literally says, I love it? I wrote him a message, and at the end of it, I said, man, great work, not a hexagon. Yeah, like, it's not speculation on that part, in my opinion, because he literally has... It might be like
can. He's like, you know, Hex he can. He's like, Hex to not.
Love me some Hex removes any speculation.
That's right. And I believe someone else said that in the chat, that they were like, this dude loves him some Hex.
Yeah.
And like I said, he responded to my chat today, like literally responded to it, because I accidentally hit it when I talked to him, when I messaged him.
I wrote on one of his messages that.
All right, that's where we left off before. But guys, what's being built right now on PulseChain is going to shake up the entire crypto world. Everyone's going to be forced to talk about this. Like, this is the biggest story in all of crypto. A decentralized stablecoin that's on every single chain. Let's go. I think that's what they said there. I mean, Richard put all the PRC20s to all these different chains. I'd imagine there has to be PDI over there. But I'm going to keep listening to these. Like I said, follow this channel, Obscure Crypto Gems. There's like 8 of them now. They started like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, right here, 3 weeks ago. Insider reveals Richard Hart PulseChain secrets. Yep. Start there. There's 8 of them. 12 of them now. Yeah, 12 of them. So you got some homework to do. But we just listened to this one right here. And guys, like, I'm trying to wrap my head around all this. It's a lot. Like, especially not being a dev and not understanding like the technicals and stuff. It's not easy, but just listening to that, guys, how can you not be bullish on what Richard's doing? You really think he's not streaming right now? You really think he's going through this with the SEC to just screw everyone over and just hide? No, he's all about his glory. And I know he watches these streams with freaking Scott Melker, who just shit on Hex and laugh at it. Look at the chart. Why would you buy this coin? Look at the chart. Down 99% twice. He sees this stuff, guys. I know it. And he don't forget. He keeps receipts. And like I said, we're coming up on the 52-week shakeout. Was it May 13th? So we're 3 weeks away. Was it 20 days? So just under 3 weeks. So hold on tight. Don't do anything stupid now. Don't get fudded out. Just stay strong. Hodl strong. Get those diamond hands out. Everything will be all right. And if you don't understand it, it's all right. I don't fully understand it. We're not meant to understand it right now. You know, there's very few people that are even talking about this stuff. And all we can do is just speculate, load up our bags, and let Goat Heart do his thing. So smash that like button, guys. I'm out of here. Went a little longer than expected, but man, those streams, they're as good as it comes. And I'm gonna reach out to Torin and see if I can snake my way into that group so I can start listening live and asking questions, because I'm here to learn too. So we'll see you tomorrow, guys. I'm out. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're not.